Here are 10 beginner CAPCUT transitions. To start us off, we're doing this pendulum rotate transition. First, you want to add your clips, and then you want to cut down your clip to where you want your transition to be. Do it right here. Go to animation, then go to combo, and you're going to go down until you see pendulum 1. And then you're going to go to your second one, and you're going to do pendulum 2. And to start it off, and now it will look like this. But we're going to add more to it. You're going to go into the middle of your clips, and you're going to go to transitions, and you're going to add rotate CW2. And now your transition will look like this. So it doesn't have that little cut at the beginning. You're going to lower it to about like 4 seconds. Oh, it's still doing it. I hope that looks good. Now you have this transition. Lower it to wherever you need to make it not have that beginning part. It can be different for depending whatever clips you use. Should look like that. Now before we go on to the next one, we're going to add an adjustment layer. We're going to go down to exposure, add a keyframe right here, put it at the beginning of the transition, and then make it right here in the middle, like 30. And then go to the end of the transition and add 0 keyframe. Now it should look like this. The next transition is the sway in and sway out transition. To make this transition, you're gonna wanna again import 2 more clips. To make this transition, you're gonna wanna add another combo animation to the first clip. You're gonna add sway in to the first clip, and then sway out to the second. Now the transition should look like this. We're gonna go transitions and then go down until you find vertical blur 2. Add that. And now your transition should look like this. The next transition is this distort transition. For this transition, you want to start off by adding the distort right combo transition, which you'll find just by going down a bit. Distort right. It looks like that. Now for your second clip, you're going to add the distort left. Now the bass transition will look like this. And now you're going to add another transition in between the 2 clips. You're just going to add a blur transition. Let's do the whoosh blur. And now you're going to add the exposure adjustment layer you made earlier and put it right here. And now this is transition complete. The next transition is a wave and slide transition. On your first clip, you want to add another combo animation. This combo animation will be the wave and slide combo animation, and then add the slide and wave. Now your transition should look like this, which is already fine, but we can add more to it by first copying our adjustment layer. And now you have this flash. After you're done with that, you're gonna add the play pendulum effect. Add it to the beginning, all the way to the end. And your transition should look like this. On to the next one. The next transition is this tric transition. To start your transition, you're going to want to put your second clip as an overlay on top of your first clip. And then on your first clip, you're going to add an animation. It is going to be just an intro animation. You want to add really any shake animation just to bring the first clip in. Let's do shake 1. Make it a little longer. and we'll put the second clip right here where we want the transition to be. And for the second clip, we're gonna add a combo and combo animation. We're just gonna add. We're gonna add tric 2. So I'm gonna do this. Then you're gonna cut the clip to where the box is fully over it. So now it looks like it just disappears. So your transition should look like this. Now we're not done yet. We're going to add in basic. You're gonna go to blend. We're gonna add a keyframe here and a keyframe here. You're gonna go back to your first keyframe and put it to 0. And now your transition should look like this. Actually, I'm gonna put it back a couple more frames. Then right click on your clip and show keyframe animation. And then you're gonna go to here. You're gonna add ease in 2. Now your transition should look like this. On to the next transition. The next transition is the zoom out transition. To start your next transition, you're only going to need one clip. It's going to be transitioning from your last transition where it zooms out a lot. So what you want to do is go to the beginning of your clip, add a keyframe for scale, and go down a little bit and add another keyframe for scale. You're going to go to the beginning again and zoom in a lot. Like there should be good, so around 30. And then right click on your clip, show keyframe animation, and then go here and then just choose the auto curve. If you zoom in, you can actually see what you're doing, or you could do the graphs that they already have, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do ease in 3. I'm gonna do ease out 3. And then you can close that and your transition should look like this. But that's not all we're gonna add. We can close this. And you're gonna add your adjustment layer with your flash to this as well. Now this is how your transition should look. On to the next one. The next transition is a bounce rotate transition. To start this transition, you're going to add another combo animation to the first clip. You're going to add bounce 2 to the first clip. And then for the second clip, you're going to add bounce 1. Now, your transition in between the two clips is going to be spin clockwise. It's going to be spin clockwise right here. And this is how your transition should look. And now you're just going to add your flash right there. And this is the finished transition. On to the next one. Now your transition should look like this. The next transition is this left slide transition. To start this transition, you're going to go to animations. And you're going to go to train. And you're gonna go and find train 1, which is right here. And then for your second clip, you're gonna add train 2, which is right here. This is how your transition will look with both of those added. Now that you've done that, you're gonna add in between transition. Once you're in between your clips, you're gonna add in the pull in transition, which should be right at the top. Now this is what your transition will look like. On to the next one. The last transition is this slide down transition. For this transition, you want to go to animation and then go to combo again, and you're going to find spin fall, and you're going to go down until you find spin fall, which is right here. And then for your second clip, you're just going to go to the one right underneath it. You can see the name right here. It's just false spin, literally just the exact opposite. And this is what your transition will look like with that. Now we're gonna add our adjustment layer with our keyframes to give it a flash. Now your transition looks like this. And we're gonna add one more thing, transition in between. And we're gonna add a vertical blur. And that's how your transition is gonna look. That's all for today. Hope this helped and have a great day.